Oops, sorry about that.
But moves seat 8 to a waste. So you're going to get the new iPhone 5?
Not for a while. I got the iPhone 4S only like 6 months ago. I can wait another 6 months or so. I think I get it like I think AT&T allows me to upgrade like once a year. So when I upgrade, I'll do the same thing I did last time. You sell the phone, you empty out all the information on it, you sell it on the black market for like $250, and then you use that money to go buy yourself the next phone.
You don't have to sell it on the black market.
Sell it to anywhere, though. I'm saying you can sell it to you sell it to a dealer.
But you know what the problem though now is for that? It looks like Greg's going to 3-bet here. Is the prices have come way down now. Like I don't think you're going to be able to sell that for anything because Apple's turned the price way down this time around. Like you can go out and buy like a new 4S for like $100.
Yeah, I don't know though. I bought it. No, but that's only if it's that's only if you're signing up to your contract.
No, I'm telling you, there was a big story about it when the 5 came out. They made the prices super low for all the other phones besides the 5. And look at this, Harry's coming in here. And is he gonna? Did he call or did he call? No, he
3-bet.
Called the 3-bet.
Yeah, he calls a 3-bet. Greg was a 3-better.
Sanchez is also gonna call. He's got Queen Jack of Clubs, a legitimate hand.
And these players are all deep. I mean, these players are really, really deep. Effectively, you know, Greg and Harry are $4,000 deep. I'm not calling this if I'm Paul though.
No.
Ace-10 off. I mean. Queen Jack of Clubs, I don't love it, but at least you can look at that hand and kind of like it flops well, sort of. Ace-10 off doesn't flop well at all.
I would like to see.
And there's the ace, Ace-5 deuce.
I would like to see what Greg would do here if he missed. Obviously, he's going to bet now. I don't know if Greg's ever played with Harry, and you wonder if Harry will ever step in it and try to put some pressure at some point and how Greg would respond. I'm not necessarily saying this hand, but you've seen it happen. Like Harry might call here.
Well, yeah, but if Harry thinks that this guy made a 3-bet out of position with a hand like kings or queens or jacks, you know, he might try to float. This is definitely a spot where Harry could do it.
Or just any. I mean, I think.
And sure enough, here's the float.
Oh, it looks like he's cutting out raising chips here.
Don't like a raise. 900. I don't love a raise here. I just don't know what you're repping, except maybe pocket 5s or pocket deuces.
How about aces up or 3-4? I mean,
he's calling a 3-bet with 3-4?
Well, he called with king 7 of hearts.
I understand that, but does his opponent know that, though? We know that.
I'd like to see how. I'm really interested to see how Greg reacts to this, because I said, like, you know, Harry is the only player at this table that will make selective aggressive moves with absolutely nothing.
Yeah, and this is the problem. I mean, you have ace-king. Your hand is pretty much face up. Although, I mean, theoretically, you could have a set of aces, but it's very unlikely.
Well, Greg is going to call.
Now, these players are still very deep. Now, Greg calls that. He still has $3,000. Harry has him covered. Pot is $2,400. Another 5 out there. So, well, obviously still can't beat.
And Harry is all in with air. He moves all in here with total air. Wow. Like I said, like he is definitely an anomaly in our player pool because nobody else will do this. Corporation Mike never used to do this. He would never make plays like this with total air. Like when you put a guy on a range, normally it isn't total air.
And the problem is on an ace-5 deuce board, it's not like there's a draw. Right. I mean, you would probably fold ace-king here, wouldn't you? I mean, what is Harry's clearly representing?
Well, and the other thing, too, is I've seen Harry actually do this with full houses on the turn, too.
Oh, he'll
make it look like it.
It'll make it look like, because a lot of players are like, well, why would you do this if you had a full house? Why would you do this if you had 2s full?
Yeah.
If you had deuces full, why would you move all in? Well, because he knows where you're at, and he's going to put as much heat as possible.
Now, he said the pot was about 2,400. It looks like Greg's got maybe 3,000. So
he's got 3,000.
Yeah, so it's like 5,400.
He calls.
Wow, and he called.
And Harry's drawing dead.
Wow. Where's the 4?
Harry is drawing dead. And quick double up there from Greg. Well, they're going to count this one out. Let's talk about that hand for a second. A flop of ace-5 deuce. You laid out for 8 with ace-king. You get raised right away. The funny thing is, and I'm going to go back to this. You and I know Harry. Maybe the players in the player pool know Harry a little bit better. And they know he would do this to the full house. I think against a player you don't, who might not know you, I think if Harry calls the flop and then raises the turn, he wins the pot.
Well, I'm going to add another caveat or another thing to this. Thanks. I know that Greg watches the show.
Okay, well, in that case.
So, but now Harry doesn't know that. That's always the extra flavor when we're analyzing hands on this particular show. With this show and with Crush Live Poker and all that other stuff, it's like, who knows what? You know what I mean? Like, if Greg is a religious watcher of the show, and he knows that Harry is capable of having nothing here, then the call makes a lot more sense.
Although, in all fairness, Harry doesn't usually do it with nothing.
I know, right?
He's usually doing it with some sort of a draw. You know, I mean, let's say the board was ace-5-6 with 2 clubs. He would make that move with 7-9 of clubs.
Right,
I know
right,
that.
right.
And we know that. So you're forced to call with ace-king a lot more than you probably would be comfortable. In this case, though, on an ace-5 deuce rainbow board,
Thank you.
how often does Harry have air? I mean, nothing.